Madam Joyce from Educare TZ. I'm teaching biology, and today I'll be with you to discuss the topic that is cytology. Mainly it is found in class level Form 5, whereby here we are going to deal with our subtopic that is the type C of a cell, whereby we are discussing on the cell organelles which are found within the prokaryotic cell. So we have to remind ourselves on where we end on the previous session. On the previous session, we terminate by looking on the functions of the Golgi apparatus. Also, we have seen the structure of the Golgi apparatus, the location of the Golgi apparatus, how is it involved to make different kinds of organelles which are found either in a plant cell or in animal cell. So in our today's session also, we are proceed looking on the organelles which are found within the cell. And here mainly today we are going to deal, or we are going to discuss with the cytoskeleton. We are going to deal or discuss on the cytoskeleton. So we have to know what is this cytoskeleton. Is in the cell there is a presence of cytoskeleton, and what are the function of this cytoskeleton which are found within the cell. Here we are saying that these are the complex network of protein, filaments and microtubules which exist in the cytoplasm of the eukaryotic cell. So we have seen that it is just a network. You can see the complex network of proteins, filaments and microtubules which exist in the cytoplasm of eukaryotic cells. So meaning that hizi microtubules zinapatikana ndani hizi microtubules zinapatikana ndani ya eukaryotic cell, that is within the plant cell and also within the animal cell. So now this cytoskeleton or cytoskeleton, it anchors proteins or organelles such as nucleus to the fixed location. So the presence of the cytoskeleton within the plant cell or animal cell in order for the anchorage of proteins or organelles such as nucleus into their fixed location. So unaiona ile nucleus ipo kwenye sehemu yake inayotakiwa is just because of the presence of the cytoskeleton which are found within the cell. So also the cytoskeleton consists of microtubules, microfilament and intermediate filament. Kwa hiyo sasa tukija kuongelea kuhusu hizi cytoskeleton, tutaongelea vitu vitatu. Cha kwanza tutakachoongelea hapa, tutaongelea microtubules, tutaongelea microfilaments na pia tutaongelea intermediate filament. Let's see this figure, that is figure 1.17, the structure of the cytoskeleton. As you can see, we have almost 3 structure of cytoskeleton. We have the first, that is microfilaments. This one are the microfilaments. Within it there is a structure that is called the actin. Hii microfilament imetengenezwa na actin. But also you can see we have this alpha tubules, we have also this beta tubules. This is about the microtubules. But when we have another structure that is cytoskeleton ambayo inaitwa intermediate filament. And intermediate filament imetengenezwa na keratin material, keratin protein. But also we have the last, that is the microtubules. As you can see here, that microtubules, they are made with the alpha tubules together with the beta tubules. So they are differ is just because of the content that made them. Vitu ambavyo vimetengeneza vile hizi cytoskeleton. Kwa mfano hapa tumeangalia, tumeona kwamba ndani ya hii microfilament kuna actin, lakini kwenye intermediate filament imetengenezwa na keratin. Lakini tukija kuangalia microtubules, ndani yake kuna alpha together with the beta tubules. So now let's discuss one after another. Starting with the first cytoskeleton, that is microtubules. So these are the tubular structures made up of arranged globular tubulin. So they are found in the cytoplasm of the animal and a plant cell. So tukija kuangalia hizi microtubuli tunasema kwamba is just a tube structure made up of arranged globular tubulin. Imetengenezwa na globular tubulin ambapo sasa they are found within the cytoplasm of animal and plant cells. Remember, while we have seen that we started discussing this cytoskeleton, we have said that they are found only in the eukaryotic cell, that is the plant cell and animal cell. So hapa tunasema kwamba zinapatikana kwenye cytoplasm ya plant cell na animal cell. But also they occur in cilia, flagella, centrioles, the cortex of meristematic cells and the basal body. So these are the location where now you can find these microtubules. For instance, here you can see there is cilia, we have flagella, we have centriole and the cortex of meristematic cell and the basal cell. So is where now you can find all of these microtubules. So now the functions of microtubules in those places. Je, ndani ya ambayo tumesema hapa meristematic cell, je, hiyo microtubule inafanya kazi gani? Ndani ya this place, that is the flagella, the cilia, the centriole, inakuwa inafanya kazi gani? So now let's begin discuss those functions. So the first function of the microtubule, they determine the shape of the cell. Remember when we say skeleton, they act as a framework so that it provides shape or it determines the shape of a cell. So that's become the function of the first function of microtubule. But the second function here, you can see they form a framework along which the plant cell wall is laid down. So as I have said, they provide a framework along which a plant cell wall is laid down. So a plant cell wall, unaona the plant cell wall, it has its regular shape is because of the presence of these microtubules. So they act as a framework to provide the regular shape that is found within a plant cell. But also in the cilia and the flagella, they help in beating of rhythm movement. We have seen on the location of these microtubules, zinapatikana ndani ya cilia pamoja na kwenye flagella. Sasa kule kwenye cilia na kwenye flagella zinakuwa zinafanya kazi gani hizi microtubules? Tumesema hapa inasaidia in the rhythmic movement or beating of rhythm movement. So inasaidia kwenye kwenye locomotion ambayo inapatikana kwa different kind of living organism. Let's take an example, organism like euglena. So euglena yule ana ile flagella. So the presence of flagella or the presence of microtubules in the flagella ndipo ambapo inamsaidia yule organism to propel or to move from one place to another by this kind of movement. But also they bring about movement of chromosomes during anaphase in the nuclear division. So pia apart from that, zile microtubules zinasaidia kwenye movement of the chromosomes during anaphase. Remember in the cell division, we have almost 4 stages. We have prophase, we have anaphase, we have metaphase, we have telophase. So kwenye process ile ya anaphase ndipo ambapo sasa kuna movement za chromosomes. Sasa zinakuwaje zile chromosomes zinaji-align up into equator position? How they tend to pull off on the either pole sides of the cell is because of the presence of the microtubules which enhance that movement. But also they since they are tubular, they transport materials from one part of cytoplasm to another. Kwa sababu hii microtube, as the word it expresses itself, that is microtubules, The presence of tubules in this structure inasaidia on the tubular movement or the transport material from one part of the cytoplasm to another. So inasaidia sana kubeba material, different kind of material that are found within the cell from one place to another, and that's the functioning of the microtubules. So another function of microtubules, here we can say that they are involved in the movement of they are involved in the movement of other cells organelles such as Golgi vesicles, lysosome, and mitochondria. So apart from to hold the nucleus into its place, but also these microtubules, they help in the movement of different kinds of organelles within the cell. For instance, here we are talking about the Golgi vesicles, lysosome, and mitochondria. So they tend to move from one place to another is due to the presence of these microtubules. For instance, now the movement of Golgi vesicles toward the center to form the cell plate during the formation of the primary cell wall in the plant cell is brought about by the microtubules. Remember, while we are discussing on the Golgi apparatus, tukasema Golgi vesicles or Golgi apparatus inahusika sana kutengeneza cell wall. Zile content zinazotumika sasa kutengeneza cell wall zinatokaje kwenye zile cytoplasm mpaka kufika kwenye ile cell wall? Tunasema kwamba that movement it is enhanced due to the presence of the microtubules. So microtubules, it is there in order to facilitate the movement of Golgi apparatus from the center of the cell toward the outside environment of a cell. So now you can see the importance of this this cytoskeleton, that is the microtubule. So my student, for more clarification on another kinds of the cytoskeleton, that is microfilament, we're going to discuss it into the next part of this session. So thank you for your time and for listening.